Hello everyone, this is the subject software testing and validation and we will discuss vModel in it. This is the part of unit 1. So here vModel. So vModel is a software development model. We can say it is a verification and validation model. So on one hand there is a verification phase or developer life cycle where the definitions of project developed and the project is also developed with that, and another phase is validation phase where we validate our developed product, and this is a tester life cycle. So here is verification. Verification involves static analysis techniques or review without executing code. It means we do not execute code, we go at developer side and test that everything is going according to plan. So verification means we can say that desk check, walkthrough, code inspection. It is a process of evaluation of product to find whether specified requirements meet. And the other phase, validation phase. So it involves dynamic analysis technique, functional and non-functional. Dynamic means we have developed a product and now we are executing the code of that product and validating that it meets the requirements or not. Testing is done by executing code. So vModel is a verification and validation model. The model having different activities in a levels. Means first level we are having user requirements or business requirement specifications. Next level system design, system requirement specifications. Next high level design or architectural design, low level design and module design. Corresponding to all these levels we have testing plans. For user requirements, acceptance testing, system requirement for system design, system testing, a high level design, component testing or integration testing, module design we have module testing. So user requirements. User requirements is the phase of understanding the requirements of the project. So this phase is to understand user requirements. It involves the communication between developer and customer to understand customer requirements and expectations. This stage is gathering requirement. Next is system design or system specification requirements. Once the requirement phase is completed, it's time to design the complete system. The system design will have the understanding and detailing the complete hardware and communication setup for the developing product. System test plan is developed based on the system design. So next level is module high level design or architectural design. So the complete system broken down into some modules or some components. So architectural specifications are understood and designed in this phase. More than one technical approach is proposed and based on the technical and financial feasibility, the final decision is taken. So there are several programming languages, several hardwares. So based on our requirements, we choose the best suitable for our product. System design broken down further. The data transfer and communication between internal modules and with the outside world is clearly understood and defined in this stage. It means we are having some components or the system design broken down into some components. So these components having internal communication, how they communicate with each other. So next is module design or low level design. So here the components which we are having in architecture design or high level design, we broken down these components into smallest deliverable modules. So internal design of all the module is specified in this phase. It means working, their internal architecture, and many more things. All these modules divide into deliverables or small units. Unit testing is associated with module design. So after all, we are having the complete design of system and the individual modules design also we are having. So now we are going to implement or write the code for the functionality. Based on the requirement, a suitable programming language is decided. At hardware level, lower level language are preferred or assembly language are preferred. Coding is performed based on the guidelines and standards. Code goes through several code review and optimization techniques for best performance. So these are the verification phase or design of a product phase. All these activities done at developer side. It is testing or validation phase. The validation phase is done at tester side. So first one is unit testing. So unit test plans are developed during module design phase. It is to test individual modules and its internal working. It is the testing at code level and helps to eliminate bugs at early stage. It is white box testing to test that smallest entity can function correctly when isolated from rest of the code or entity. It means we are testing an individual module or unit and rest of isolated from the rest of the units. So we are several modules in a project, but we are testing only a one unit. So next is integration testing. Unit testing involves the activities statement coverage, decision coverage, branch coverage, condition coverage, and many more. So next is integration testing. After completion of unit testing, integration testing is performed. These tests verify that modules created and tested independently are compatible with each other. So independent testing for modules we done in unit 1, and now we are integrating multiple modules in a component and we are checking the compatibility with each other. So two or more than two modules are working as per requirements when they integrated with each other. Communication between different modules are according to plan or not. So integration testing is top down and bottom up approach. So next is system testing. System testing checks the entire system functionality and the communication of the system with external system or external world. So in the system testing we integrate all the modules and components in a system, and we are checking or testing the working functionality of the system with external world. Most of the software and hardware compatibility issue can be uncovered during this testing. This test the functional and non-functional requirement the developed system. So after that system testing we go for acceptance testing. It means before it is the last testing or last level or last phase of the testing, before we are going to release our product in a market. So acceptance testing is associated with user requirements and business requirements. It makes sure that the product is ready to release in the real world. It is a final phase after the product is ready to use, and we go to customer or our stakeholders that we developed a product and now we are going for release. Before that they ensure that the product is developed according to requirements. So principle of V model. So there are some principle for V model: large to small, data and process integrity, scalability, cross-referencing, documentation. So what are these things? So large to small means in V model testing is done in a hierarchical way. It means we are having some levels. And the top level we are having user requirements, and after that we are having a system or information or details about a complete system. Further, we are going down and we are dividing our system into different components, and components are also divided into modules. So we are going a large product to smaller modules. Data process integrity. The principle states that the successful design of any project requires the incorporation and cohesion of both data and process. Process elements must be identified at each and every requirement. Scalability. This principle states that the V-model concept has the flexibility to accommodate any IT project irrespective of its size, complexity or duration. Cross-referencing means direct correlation between requirements and corresponding testing activity is known as cross-referencing. It means we are having a developer activities corresponds to that we are having testing, and the documentation and plans also go with the each level. And the documentation, this principle states that every project needs to create a document. This documentation is required and applied by both the project development team and the support team. Documentation is used to maintaining the application once it is available in a product environment. So we are discussing V-model verification and validation model. So our question is when to use the V-model. So V-model is level-based model. It means when we completed one level, then after we can go for next level. It means the previous level must be completed, well-defined and clearly understood. So requirements are well-defined, clearly documented and fixed. Product definition is stable, because when we proceed for next level we cannot go in previous level, or changing in previous level also changing in other activities also. So the impact on the next activities. Technology is not dynamic. There are no ambiguous or unidentified requirements, because everything is documented and all well defined. So what are the different advantages for the V model? So V model is basically suitable for small size of project. It is not useful for long term project or complex projects. So this is a highly disciplined model and phases are completed one at a time. Means when we complete one level or one phase, then after we go for next phase. V model is used for small projects. Project requirements are clear, simple and easy to understand and use. This model focuses on verification and validation activities early in the life cycle, thereby enhancing the probability of building an error-free and good quality product. It enables project management to track progress accurately. And the disadvantage for the V model: high risk and uncertainty. It is not good for complex and object oriented projects, because everything goes in sequential manner. We go for requirements, then system design, then after we go for high level design or architectural design, and many more. So it is not suitable for project where requirements are not clear, because first of all we gather the requirements, and contains high risk of changing. So our V model is useful for stable techniques, and these also changing are not acceptable. This model does not support iteration of phases. It does not easily handle concurrent events. Iteration of phases means once we complete our system design, then we cannot go after previous levels of that design.